Welcome to our evening of celebration. We're all gathered here today to celebrate Acharyashree Chandanaji's 88th birthday. So thank you for everyone for attending. And we shall start our program with some prayers. Girls, can you come up? Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you everyone. So welcome Jai Jinendra. Before we start, I know some of you might have seen on the WhatsApp group that Acharyashree was taken to hospital yesterday in India. She's stable, she's doing well, she's just been taken for some precautionary checks. So before we start our program today, we would like to say some prayers to ensure that it's good health and pass those good wishes to Acharyashree. So if I can invite Rasilabin to say some prayers on behalf of all of us to send our good wishes for a speedy recovery.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. For those of you who can recite, we all recite Sagaharam, so that we can set positive vibrations for the well-being of Acharyashree and anyone else in the universe who is unwell. So, તમારી આંખ બંધ કરો, તમારા ભાવ ઊંચા રાખજો, and if you know it, recite it with me. Okay? Uvasagaharam pasam vandami kammagana mukkam visahara visaninasam mangala kallana vasam visahara pulinga mantam kanthe dhare josaya mano tasagaha Dukkha jara chanti uvasamam Chittau dure manto Dujja paramo vibhahu faloi Naritiriye suvi jiva Antina dukkha dogajam Duha samatte latte Chintamani kappa paya vappaye Pavanti avikedam Jiva ayaramaram thanam Isantu mahayasa Patti paraniparena hiya ena Tadeva dicha ohim Bhave bhave pasajina chanda Tadeva dicha ohim Bhave bhave pasajina chanda.
Today we're celebrating Acharyashree's 88th birthday. We're all here because of Acharyashree's vision over 50 years ago when Virayatan was created. This was the vision that Acharyashree had. It was about three things, Seva, Siksha and Sadhana. And what Acharyashree has achieved in those 50 years with Virayatan is unparalleled in Jain history, in any history. She's the first Acharyashree ever in the Jain community. Recently, as you know, last year, the first Acharyashree to win the Padma Shri Award presented by the President of India. And she broke traditions with the Jain religion, where it wasn't just about focusing on spiritual self-discipline, She focused on compassion in action, volunteering. That is something that is radical, which has never happened in the Jain religion before. So for her to initiate that, we're all really blessed that we're part of this wonderful community and family, that we can take all of those three different pillars. And her vision has continued. In a short while, we'll play a video just that was captured a couple of years ago from that journey from 1973 to 2021. That's when that video was captured. Clearly, Virayathan's work has continued since then. But you can see the vision and where it started. And despite the difficulties, what Acharyashree has achieved is incredible. And for us to be part of that, we are really blessed. Having this sort of school that we have here that's been running for over 26 years here in the UK, the longest running Jain school in the UK, to be able to teach our children, our adults, in English, in a language that everyone can understand in a fun and creative manner, and creating ambassadors, which is what in this school. Over 3,000 children have been through this school over these 25, 26 years, and more than 2,000 adults have been through this school. We've created ambassadors here in the UK. We've been involved in lots of volunteering activities and raised a lot of funds for different charities. So really, really incredible that that vision that started all those years ago has continued globally, not just here in the UK, as you'll see in the video. So we're really grateful that what we have is because of what Acharyashree has created. But rather than me speaking, I want you guys to watch the video. We're going to play the video. It's roughly about 10 minutes or so, but it doesn't really do justice to what Virayathan has done in the 10 minutes. So what I would suggest is watch this video now, but we will send the link to the full video that's on the Virayathan website, where you will see the full detail of what's happened over the 50 years.
Enthusiasm in the entire country to celebrate the 25th centenary of Bhagwan Mahavir's Attain of Nirvana. Akhil Bharatiya Shwetambar Sthanak Jain Conference decided to celebrate the function in a unique manner at meeting at Agra in the pious presence of Pujya Shri Prithvi Chandraji Maharaj, Pujya Gurudev Upadhyaya Shri Maniji Maharaj, Pujya Shri Bhakumar Maharaj, and Pujya Shri Sumati Kumarji Maharaj. It was resolved that to commemorate this auspicious event, the aim of ahimsa, love and compassion, should be reignited in Bihar, the land of Bhagwan Mahavir. Gurudev named this initiative Virayathan. Committee unanimously agreed to give the responsibility of execution of this Herculean task to Darshanach Pujya Adhish Chandanaji, fondly known as Taima. Taima immediately left for Calcutta, where she conducted Mass, motivated the community to support this upcoming project. Inspired by the vision of Taima, dedicated committee members would tirelessly purchase land in the historical city of Rajgir. The path was ground even days at challenging. Taima never tired, remaining resolute and forging ahead at every stage. Taima soon comprehended that the most common diseases in the area, those affecting the eyes, providing treatment for it, therefore became her highest priority. Commencing with eye camps operating from 10, the success is well work soon resulted in the construction of one of the best rural hospitals of Bihar, Netra Jyoti Seva Mandiram. The hospital has expert doctors and modern equipment and provides excellent care, conducting 15,000 surgeries and almost 2 lakh outpatient treatments annually. That realized that an important Jain pilgrimage site, access to good quality medical and surgical management are conditions limited. With Virayathan having an excellent track record in eye care and a modern eye hospital, known as Sri Acharyashree has been constructed to international standards. And providing excellent care for the surrounding population, including the large community of Jain Muslims living in Palina. Since its inception, Virayathan is at the forefront to provide emergency support and relief care to those in desperation caused by natural disasters such as floods, earthquakes, tsunami, and more recently the COVID-19 pandemic. In the immediate aftermath of the devastating earthquake in Kutch, with 10,000 children provided with education in stopgap schools, giving much needed stability in their lives. The 36 Vocational Training Center was to reskill and empower adults affected by the earthquake so as to provide them with a means for livelihood. Taima with her sadhvis and a team volunteer are immediately after the earthquake in 2015 and initiated relief work for the earthquake affected single parent or orphaned children and established a rehabilitation center, including a vocational training center for the affected victims. Over the COVID-19 pandemic, thousands of affected people have been supported by Virayathan. There was regular distribution of parcels, cleaning essential food items and medical kits in Bihar and Kutch. About 1,000 hot pure vegetarian food meals were prepared and delivered to affected individuals and families in Ahmedabad. To save lives, oxygen plants were also established in the hospital in Kutch. Virayathan has resolved to support children who have lost one or both their parents in COVID-19 pandemic by providing them with free education along with food and accommodation. In the past 50 years, many top quality educational centers have been established in Bihar, Kutch, Patna, Rajasthan, Nepal, and many other places, consisting of primary and secondary schools, vocational center, and higher education colleges for socially disadvantaged children and youth. Currently, more than 10,000 students are educated in various Virayathan educational institutions. Taima determined to the site of discrimination which is right for children from the lowest of the low castes, Mushar caste, established the Harikeshi School in Bapuri 2017. This is a unique school which seeks to integrate these children with others studying the main school in Bapuri. Using a professional approach along with inculcating moral and spiritual value, Virayathan has created a revolution in the vocational field in Kutch. Primary school in village allowed children of nomadic families to gain access to formal education for the very first time generations. In 2016, Virayathan launched the Tirth Vikas project, Jahan Dinale, Wahan Vidyalay. There is a temple there should be a school. In pursuit of this project, schools have established in Unya, Jodhpur and Jaipur in Rajasthan. The school in Palitana, Thangat Mahavir Vidya was opened in 2017 for children from Palitana and the neighboring villages, with most of the children come from the socially deprived Dopala and Bhil communities. Humanitarian work in the field of education and health is also being undertaken in Narnaul, the birthplace of Pujya Gurudev Upadhyay Sri Muniji Raj, and in Mit and Ra. Taima promotes spiritual advancement in all Vedant's work. Espousing Seva, Shiksha, and Sadhana are not separate paths, but one interrelated path that leads to personal spiritual development that has benefits mankind. Inspiring workshops and shivers are conducted regularly at all Vedant centers, including Valvira in Pune. The Sadhvi Sangh has travelled extensively within India and abroad, more than 52 countries, to bring awareness of the teachings of Bhagwan Mahavir and inspire the community at large to develop spiritually through lectures, seminars, and retreats. Taima and her sadhus have spoken at various conferences. Instead, the World Religions Conference in Cape Town, Chicago, and Toronto, as well as the Interfaith Conventions, Israel, Switzerland, Taiwan, to name a few. Outside India, we write Chandanaji in schools, TV, in UK and in Kenya, enable children living in Western societies to learn not only about religion, but to motivate them to participate in many religious and cultural activities. The UK has organized many cycling for charity events in which participants from all over the world have cycled from London, Paris, London, Amsterdam, and up to Jaipur, raising awareness and funds for Virayatan and other charities. Taima was given the prestigious title of Acharya, the first ever Jain Sadhvi to do so since the time of Bhagwan Mahavir. Taima has been bestowed many honors and accolades over the years for outstanding contribution to humanity. This phenomenal passionate work of Virayatan is the unconditional dedication of a group of dynamic and devout sadhus. They are well supported by the renowned committee members, passionate volunteers. Innumerable number of lives have been touched and transformed by Virayatan's work and abroad. each as pure as the other, forever striving to alleviate suffering. And this journey of compassion continues.
Come on, that really deserves a huge round of applause. It's wonderful to be such part of such a wonderful legacy that's been created. Apologies for the little bit of technical hitch. The video plays well on YouTube, but when it gets onto the screen there's a bit of a sound issue. But as I said, we'll send you the full link. It's about 21 minutes. It's worth watching. You'll get a real insight into what Virayathan has achieved so far with Taima's vision. Without further ado, if I can now invite Kajal to say a few words.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. As you saw in the video seemed to have covered a lot of the important things about Taima and what she's achieved so far. We are here, our school is here, because of the blessings from Pujya Acharyashree Chandanaji, who had sent Sadhvi Shilapiji Maharaj to come to UK and to establish a school while she was doing her education here. And the school started probably from the Kenton Derasar to also in a house as well, and then it's just grown and grown over time, and it's gone through a lot of changes. We've had to adapt to whatever the requirements are of the current time. Before we started off as the only Jain school in UK, and since then, there are so many various different Jain schools, and our students and our adults, adults, they've come and they've gone and then they've come back, and some have stayed from all walks of life. So Taima had established Virayathan through the blessings of Gurudev Amar Muni Shri Maharaj, and Virayathan now is not just in India, it's in many different countries throughout the world, UK being one of the places. And the important things that Virayathan focuses on is Seva, Siksha and Sadhana. And one of the ways that we are continuing with the Siksha element in UK is through our school here. We have, as a lot of you are aware and you all attend on a regular basis, classes for children, classes for adults. It's not just Jain classes. We've had various different classes throughout the time, whether it's yoga, meditation, Tibetan healing, a variety of different classes we've offered. And, running a school is, as you may have seen, a lot of hard work. It requires so many people's time, commitment. We've got a lot of our teachers who are present today. Not all of them, some of them are present because we run classes virtually as well as we run classes in person as well, especially after the COVID times. And everybody works ever so hard. This isn't their only commitment. Most of our teachers, they're all working teachers, right? They all have, whether it's a full-time job, a part-time job, or responsibilities at home, whether it's they're looking after, a loved one at home, they've got their businesses, but they all seem to find a little bit of time throughout their week to, whether it's to come and teach on a Friday evening, online, in person, or come and teach on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday. We seem to have classes running on a lot of the days throughout the week. And I guess these classes are present because we've got people who would like their children to attend and learn. We've also got adults who would also like to attend and learn. And we would like to keep our school, strong, powerful, running, and continue with Taima's dream. So It would be brilliant to have, a lot of you come and join us to support us in some element of teaching in our school, whether it's you can spend a few Fridays or a whole term, whether it's you're able to teach or you're able to do any other activity, whether it's children, adults, everyone is welcome to volunteer their time to keep this organization strong and running for years to come, right? We've also got today a lot of our children from the various different classes who are going to be coming up, each class at a time, presenting and just showcasing what this school means to them and I guess celebrating Taima's birthday. So I'll hand it over to Deshpai.
For over 25 years. I think as Kajal said, the teachers are voluntarily offering their services and have been doing. A lot of the teachers have been working. Rasila Ben, in fact, was one of the earliest head teachers in the school when the school first started. She's still teaching at the moment. Sandeep Bhai, who's in Geeta Ben, actually is here as well. Geeta Ben was also part of the original team when it first started. We've actually stolen Sandeep Bhai from Kenya and he's come here and he's become an adult teacher. Rajiv, who's taking the video, is one of the adult teachers. We've got Anjali Ben, we've got Urvi Ben, Dimpy Ben, all of the teachers here. Varsha, who's been teaching the Anamika class for God knows how many years. I think every child who's now in youth has probably been through Varsha's class. So, look, I mean, certainly huge hats off to all the teachers for carrying on this wonderful work. But look, it's a birthday party, right? We're celebrating Acharyashree's birthday. So come on, I want the children, without a birthday card, there isn't a birthday party. So can we have the Anamika, Praveshika and Madhyama children come forward, please? Come on guys, it's a party, let's give a round of applause.
Birthday, Diamond. Jai Jitendra, respected teachers, parents, and my dear friends. We have gathered here today to celebrate Acharyashree Chandanaji's 88th birthday. She is known as Taima by many people across the globe. She has so many good qualities and she always helps people or animal in need. When she was young, she showed selflessness towards a calf as it was drinking milk, so she refused to have some. She is kind and compassionate when she shared some pencils with her whole class. Her friends didn't normally get very tasty food like she did, so one day she stuffed her pocket with some dried fruits and gave them equally among her whole class. One day, her aunt was sick and she needed some lemon juice for her health, but no lemons grew in that town. So Acharyaji ran into a small forest and found lemons. She has compassion, kindness, selflessness, determination, respect, and the act of sharing since her childhood. Today we are blessed to be in the SCVP school that she started, and we get to learn about religion and becoming a true human. Thank you and happy birthday to Taima.
Today we are reciting one of the incidents written by Taima when she was very young. All incidents in her life are compiled in a book called Meredith, My Angels, in which she reflects and remembers with gratitude to those who have been instrumental in shaping her life. From childhood, I've had a deep longing to study. Whichever book I would start to study, I would wish to finish it in as short as time as possible, so that I could start another one, and so continue studying further and further. After daily activities and the evening pratikaman had concluded, we would routinely just sit for hours, because of the stringent traditional vow that wherever sadhus and sadhvis are staying, lamps or bulbs cannot be used, thus making it impossible to study. I was very much troubled that I cannot use this time wisely. I thought that if the means to study at night becomes available, then so much more could be achieved. I used to plead to Pujya Bhai Maharaj and Pujya Bari Maharaj, please make arrangements so that I can study at night. The long hours of the night are being spent meaninglessly, and I don't like it. Please make some facility so that we can have light. Whether you order it from Bhagwan, remove it from the earth or the ocean, whatever you do, I leave it to you, but I really need light. Just enough light to light up one page so that I can study and use my time wisely. My younger sister Chandakala stayed with me. She said, I'll make arrangements. I thought this was impossible. How will she be able to make arrangements to bring in light? But Chandakala's imagination was striking. 10-year-old Chandakala brought a lantern to the room, set it up, and said, you sit here and study. I was astounded. I do not know how or from where she managed to get the small lantern. Usually elders take care of the young, but Chandrakala, despite being younger, has always looked after me like a mother. At that time, it looked as if my life had found a new direction. My withering wings re-energized to soar to new heights. My achievements in life are because of my younger sister Chandrakala and the generosity of everyone around me. The timely efforts and decisions made all of this possible.
From this story, what can we learn about Taima? Anyone? We learned she was very passionate for education and her desire to learn and how important it was to use time wisely and not waste it. The lesson for us is use time wisely because we only get one chance. Study and work hard. Be grateful for what we have. The second question is, how has this shaped Taima's thinking? Anyone? She has made Shiksha a motto for Vedanta and taken on the challenge of educating underprivileged children in rural India by setting up schools in so many places, for example, Kutch, Lajwar, Bawapuri, and Palitama.
This story highlights the tradition of not using any form of light at night. So, I have a question for you. Should traditions stay the same or move with the times? Yes, I agree. Tradition was proving to be an obstacle here. The use of electricity, lights, microphones, etc., which was supposedly forbidden by Jain tradition. Acharyashree thinks very deeply before any action she takes. In the past, information was passed orally, so this did not matter. But with the introduction of written text, recordings, etc., Acharyashree saw that this was no longer viable and times simply had to change. Now, Jain sadhus all over the world use electricity, mics, recordings, and even light. Now, I will talk to you about other traditions Acharyashree has changed. Traditionally, monks and nuns did not actively do seva. They encouraged lay people, people like us, to do seva to those who need help in society. Acharyashree changed this tradition. Virayat and Sadhvijis are actively involved in overseeing education, medical help, etc. Acharyashree says, seva is a path to spiritual development, just as much as sadhana is. Other mottos of Virayat. Acharyashree did not agree with child marriages. Girls should be educated, and as women become empowered through education, they can decide the right path for themselves. Traditionally, monks and nuns did not travel using transport because of a greater chance of harm to living beings. Acharyashree had observed this by walking everywhere for a long time, but concluded that this was wasting time and that time was better spent in providing seva, shiksha, and sadhana to the needy. So she changed that tradition for the Virayat and Sadhvis all over the world. Now, I have another question for you. Do you think we can only learn from our elders? And what is Mahavir Bhagwan's aspiration on this? Yes, Mahavir Bhagwan would agree with you. Mahavir Bhagwan said he wanted a society where the elders respected and learned from the younger generation who would modernize the Jain practices. Here, Acharyashree's younger sister was the one who was brave enough to implement change by bringing in lamps for learning. So, in conclusion, what we have learned is that everyone needs to develop a positive mindset and achieve their full potential in life. Acharyashree believes that given freedom to think constructively and actively, that changes will occur which will benefit both the individual and society, which will in turn lead to happiness and bliss. Do you agree? I know I do.
Excellent. What a wonderful way of not only understanding what Acharyashree did in her childhood, but some wonderful messages to take away from that. Well, and another round of applause for the modular class students. Rita is actually one of the teachers for the modular class students. She's actually currently in India with Bapuba, and we've seen some pictures of the celebrations that have happened over the last 2 days there. So Russell Levin has been working with these children as well, so thank you. Wonderful story there. We're going to move from Siksha to Seva. So if I can ask one of our youth teachers, Sanvi, to come up here and talk about the Seva activities that the youth are doing on. Oh, sorry, it's the foundation class before Sanvi comes up. So if I can ask the foundation class to come up.
As we navigate through life's journey, let us emulate Acharyashree's example by taking moments to be grateful, realizing that in expressing thanks, we not only acknowledge our own growth, but also foster a culture of positivity and interconnectedness.
Gratitude consists of three things: mental, physical, and spiritual. Being thankful for something is a sign of gratitude. Gratitude is when a person recognizes and appreciates the good things in life, or the experiences or people and the things that you get within life. Gratitude is a positive emotion or attitude and can be when a person acknowledges the beauty of wonder of something that you encounter in your day-to-day life. Be thankful for your health. thanking someone for the positive influence that they have in your life, appreciating loved ones who support you, being thankful for simple necessities like food, shelter, as well as being thankful for the people that clean your house, who cook for you, and even finding joy in simple pleasures like a sunrise, laughter, music, is an example of gratitude. Gratitude can be directed towards others, such as expressing thanks for acts of kindness or support. Or it can be a more general appreciation for life's blessings.
Practicing gratitude has been associated with various psychological and physical benefits, including improved well-being, increased happiness, reduced stress, and better overall mental health. Cultivating a habit of gratitude involves consciously focusing on and expressing appreciation for the positive aspects of life, fostering a more optimistic outlook.
Acharyasree's influence on our lives extends far beyond the realm of academics. She imparted a powerful ethos centered around gratitude. In the hustle of daily life, she showed us the significance of giving up time to reflect on the blessings surrounding us and to express genuine gratitude. The school, under Acharyasree's guidance, became a nurturing ground for the cultivation of appreciation for the simple joys and the support we receive. Through her teachings, we learn that gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion, but a transformative force that connects us to our shared humanity. Jai Jinendra, and thank you everyone. Happy birthday, Acharyashree Ji Chandanaji.
Thank you very much. Right, now, I see a lot of lovely people here. And who can tell me what compassion is? Well, hang on there. I have a team here who have prepared something. So, to the team here, give us what it is.
Compassion means the sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others.
Acharyashree Chandanaji's profound impact on our lives goes beyond the classroom. She instilled in us a powerful ethos, the ethos of compassion.
Through her own selfless actions, she demonstrated that true compassion lies in the willingness to give up one's time for the benefit of others.
Acharyashree Chandanaji's teachings at the school textbooks, she taught us the importance of empathy and kindness in our interactions with the world.
Her example serves as a guiding light, showing us that compassion is not just a virtue to be spoken of, but a legacy, but a principle to live by.
In honouring her legacy, let us carry forward this valuable lesson, understanding that in the tapestry of life, compassion is the thread that binds us all together.
Without Acharyashree Chandanaji's compassion, we wouldn't be here today in this school, learning more about our religion.
It's inspiring to see someone who has dedicated their life to serving others. It makes us wonder, what are some ways we can incorporate more compassion into our own lives?
So, as a sign of compassion, can everyone please get up and hug the person on your right?
of the school, the compassion, gratitude that they have learned about. And they are very thankful for the school in itself and for the legacy that Taima has imposed upon us. To all of you, the youngsters here, some of them have done it, some of them across the classes here, or the wider audience, have been to something where we say, on Seva, where we say, we want to go and feed the homeless. We have the gratitude that we get shelter and food on our table. There are people around who in this cold weather across the globe do not get food. So compassion, the youngsters have learned how to feed, how to go there, give up their time, seva, give up their time to serve the less disadvantaged people. And tomorrow, at any time, if we are disadvantaged, I want all of you to learn that we are here for everyone, okay? So the class is learning about that. They've imposed what they've learned, and the legacy goes far and beyond. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for the foundation class, and Vaishali Ben and Jitendra, who are the teachers in the foundation class. Absolutely. A hug is for every day, right? So it's a great thing. But compassion in action. Can I ask Sanvi to come up? Because compassion in action comes in many forms. Sanvi is one of our youth teachers. She's going to share another compassion in action story.
Jai Jinendra, I would like to share with you one way in which SCVP has implemented the Seva pillar of Virayadan within our school. In December 2023, our school visited Cooper's Croft Care Home with children and adults over the Christmas period. Immediately after entering the building, we were greeted with huge smiles from the residents, and their excitement was real and contagious. We started off by singing some Christmas carols, and it was lovely to see all the residents joining in with the songs they were familiar with. By the end of all the singing, they definitely looked happy, and were even looking forward to what was next in our schedule with them. One resident even sang a solo, as she relived memories of her own singing as a child. She was 94 years old. Personally, I felt that it wasn't just the residents who benefited from the visit, as I really enjoyed spending time with them, as much as they did with us. The energy that was created was full of excitement, and it was wonderful to see how a small interaction made their day so much better. This act of service highlights Daima's teachings of Seva, and the connection we formed with the residents was touching. Overall, it was such a rewarding experience, and I definitely look forward to the next visit. Thank you.
Excellent. So as you can see, that has also become an annual event in our SCVP calendar, along with feeding the homeless, and lots of wonderful Seva activities. This is a nice segue. Today in itself is Compassion in Action. We are collecting food for the food bank, but before I invite our guests, if I can ask Jitendra to introduce gratitude.
Thank you, Dinesh. First of all, a big round of applause to all the children who've presented today. Really amazing. And Seva. What does Seva actually mean? Daima has actually shown us the true meaning of Seva, which is spirituality. The path to spiritual wisdom through Seva. And sometimes, we wake up in the morning, we're grateful that we're on this planet, we're alive. We've got wonderful parents who do so much for us, teachers, food, wonderful food that Anisha Worship Family Board. We've got everything. But there are a lot of people, not just in India, but all over the world who are kind of suffering, who don't have enough money to pay for their meals. Is that right, Sheila? Yeah? So we're very grateful to Sheila and to John for coming again the second time. We have a short video to present today. And I won't say much about it. I'll let John, who's the Chief Executive of Gratitude, to talk a little bit about what we've done today. And we are very grateful for all the support you've given us today with all the food downstairs. So thank you for all that. John, I'll leave.
Okay, do you want to?
You can set, and then once the video's on.
Do you want me to set the theme?
You can do that.
Yeah. Or maybe the best thing to do is just play the video, and then after that I'll just say a few things. And I guess any questions if anybody has. Should we just play the video?
Hi, it's Paul. We're at Gratitude in Portwood, who are cheer track for bump agents 23.
We started Gratitude 10 years ago as an idea for initiative how to save waste and direct whatever we manage to save from waste to anyone who can use. We started with food. We went up and down the high street with food and all the little grocery shop that how to check. Perfectly good food, but they can't sell it. We collected all that, started to sort, started to give up. We started to cook, because a lot of people been getting food that are the best, they don't know what to do with it. So we're cooking, inviting people to begin with to our home, then the chairs wanted to cook at the place, sent the parish, lended us the kitchen and hall for 7 years. For once a week, big community cooking charity. Wow. During COVID, we couldn't get us to hand out the food, right. Which we were still collecting from various supermarkets and various manufacturers. So it became started small again and bigger. Here, at the moment, we are serving on the average 1,000 people a week.
Wow, 1,000 people a week.
People a week.
Wow.
And with the super, like 2 to 3 plates of food a day, 7 days a week.
Where do you get your food from?
We get it from various sources, supermarkets, manufacturers. Somebody gets a pouch with some printing, air, packaging, and all these things would have gone to landfills because they're not allowed to.
Wow. A lot of wastage. Yeah.
We're saved from waste.
With cost of living price now, it's clear. There's so many people struggling, and it's not just people that are really in low income. It's us people middle income as well. You know, people. Yeah.
We increasingly people we used to call key workers, which are completely struggling. By the time they pay all the bills, nothing much left. So we started off the food, also offer services. Yeah. We have children's services. We offer uniforms, shoes, nappies, wipes, baby food, toys. Have the products and products that we put down. We've got clothes. So we got clothes that we have on top of us having an eBay shop. We also have.
Which we now the eBay.
Yeah. It's the Gratitude charity shop.
Fantastic.
So we're going to go back to cooking because we are now saving more food than what we can have.
We're in the kitchen. Yeah, amazing. It's what cost you £20,000. What was the thought behind actually building a massive kitchen?
Our family runs a few pilot projects with other kids getting free school meals.
Yes, of course.
We hear that something that's the only meals they get in the day.
No, I know. Yeah.
So our pilot project is to send them with
with stomach.
Yeah, it works for the family. So then.
Right.
So that's a pilot project with fuels there.
Honeymoon tools now to take up.
Yeah.
Because of cost of living prices.
Indeed, and then also local social shelters. They're happy that we drop off food. We're the only good bank in London that don't know the kitchen. All the other one is in central London, so we're privileged to have a facility. We have amazing cooks. We're collecting the grocery, otherwise going to work. With fantastic soups and curries and pasta dishes. We're a vegetarian charity, so it's going to help.
Yeah, I suppose think about where you 10 years ago and where you're at now. You must be so proud of what you've done and how it's evolved and how big it's got and helping people.
Yeah, so we pick gratitude, which means we're thankful for all the blessings in our life and share them. As we're going up the kitchen, we'll to get the van will help us to distribute.
Brilliant.
Refrigerated van, freezer van, one of them. Okay. So with your donation, go to
Okay, it makes a difference. And you're impacting and you're making such a difference in so many people's lives. And it's really, really what you're doing.
Very overwhelmed.
Yeah, oh, good. We've got okay. Oh, thank you. Sheila, do you want to come up as well? It's very shy. So come on, everybody give Sheila a cheer. What's that? Heard you in the video. Okay. So, thank you very much for having us here. I feel very honoured. I really love this idea of compassion in action, because that really, you know, that vision, that inspiration is something that actually runs through what we're trying to do with gratitude. What we try to do with gratitude is we try to set up a service community, a saver community. A lot of the good folk that we have coming along to gratitude, this is very much an introduction for them to the idea of saver. Many of them have come from different religious traditions, but to have it at, you know, anyway, we've added something. We've added a dynamic that's something they can be inspired by. I'm looking to the teachers here. Bhagavad Gita. So, is it the 10th chapter, Bhagavad Gita? I'm looking to my wife. She knows the Bhagavad Gita better than I do. Lord Krishna says, the highest of all is to think of me. Think of me always. If you can't think of me always, practice the principles of Bhakti Yoga. And if you can't practice the principles of Bhakti Yoga, at least become selfless. Do selfless service. So there's a continuum between these things. What we're finding with our community is, because people they're not necessarily inclined to do Bhakti Yoga, but they are inclined from their religious traditions to do seva. We have the concept of seva in a lot of traditions. In the Jewish tradition, it's called mitzvah, right? I was brought up as a Methodist, and in Methodism and the Salvation Army, they have the concept that nobody gets saved without shoes on their feet. So we don't just have spiritual compassion, but also material compassion as well. You know, people have to have education, people have to be provided for. So there is a continuum. One of the things that we find with what we're able to do, the savor that gratitude's able to do, it also feeds into Bhakti Yoga. One of the things that we've been able to do is we now donate the money for all the offerings that go on Bhaktivedanta Mana. All the offerings that are made to Sri Sri Radha Gokulananda are actually funded by gratitude. And it's actually very much fitting and in keeping with our articles and memorandum, because what we're about is distributing food. We're about distributing food, but we also distribute prasadam. So prasadam, and this feeds again into the next stage of our vision. It's this idea of the kitchen that we have. At the moment we're distributing food is going out, but even better than food is to distribute prasadam. So this is our next stage. This is the next stage of our development that we're hoping in the coming years to make the centre that we have in Borehamwood a centre for distribution of prasadam, because that will really, really make an impact on society. Then we won't just be feeding people materially, but we'll also feed people spiritually. Now, yes, we feed people spiritually, but they also should be fed materially. They should also have a full belly, as well as being uplifted spiritually. So that's part of the vision we have going forward. Shall I just sort of open things up now for, if anybody has any questions or any comments on what we've done? I'm looking round for any hands going up. Perhaps the younger folk. We got the younger folk? Anyone here?
What day do you serve every day?
Yeah, well, you answered that. It's every day.
Right.
This
is
is
a particular time you do it?
the time. Well, now we're there every day. There's stuff going on in the building every day between 10 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock. Yeah. In terms of the food bank that you saw, I don't like to use the word food bank. It's grocery distribution, because I think, well, banks never give you anything for free. Even though banks are very valuable, they don't give away things for free. So it's actually grocery distribution. It's compassion. It's compassion in action. You know. So that it's every day, but there's people in the hub. Yeah, every day.
We have 3 official groceries
Yeah,
distribution.
there's 3 official distribution days, and that's Tuesday, Thursday, and on Sunday. So if people want to come along and help at any time, you're very, very welcome. We have many people from the Jain community coming along, and they have fantastic influence upon our community, don't they? They're very, very welcome. So anybody's welcome to come along for this. Our next stage is the cooking, is that we want to make it a centre of prasadam distribution. So we also have nice little deities of Purnitai in our kitchen. So if people want to come along and help with this and help with the offerings to their lordships, you'd be very, very welcome. Any other questions? Please.
I was going to ask if people can come and help, but you answered that. How can we help?
How can you help?
On that note, we will be inviting the school, parents and children, with John and Sheila. So we'll be writing a message in the next couple of weeks. So if anybody is interested, we will be going on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah, fantastic.
So yeah, we're going to organise that.
Okay, shall I pass it back to you now?
Thanks. Give it up for gratitude, John and Sheila. Compassion in action, we can see that. So yes, as Jitendra has said, we are going to try and organize something as a school activity where we can go and physically help at gratitude. So we'll come back to you with some more details on that. There's a couple more bits, and then we'll, of course, it's a birthday, so children, we're all going to be singing happy birthday, so make sure your voices are ready for that. But before we get there, we've covered Siksha and we've covered Seva. You heard one of the children talk about, Taima has actually written a book called Mere Devdut, My Angels. That book, Taima talks about all the different people who have influenced her life from the childhood up till now. And Taima affectionately refers to one of her own people as Mere Devdut. She refers to Sandip Bhai as one of the angels. If Sandip Bhai has had some personal experiences with Taima, so Sandip Bhai, if you can come up and just talk a little bit about that.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. Sorry, not expected. If you know about Mahavir Bhagwan's life, when he decides to take Diksha, the last event that happens after he's taken Diksha is that there's this one farmer who's left behind, because at the point of taking Diksha, when somebody takes Diksha, they basically distribute all their material wealth. And this particular farmer comes to Mahavir Bhagwan, and it's a very poignant story because he says, I was out of town and I'm left behind, and please, even I need something from you. And Mahavir Bhagwan had this piece of cloth, and he basically tears it into half and he gives it to the farmer. And the reason why I say this is because there is a film that has been done for Taima which is called Never Before. If you've not seen it, do watch it. It's available on YouTube. And this, the film starts off with this particular incident. And that incident reminded me of how I met Taima, because there was a point in our lives where we felt that we were lacking something more profound. And I am a strong believer that if you really want something, if you really believe, then those things manifest. And out of the blue, Srila Pujya Maharaj came to Kenya. I was not going for a shibir, I went for a shibir. I was the reluctant, those guys who sit at the back, not wishing to participate, but for some reason, there was something that happened, and the rest, they say, is history. Taima for me represents Mahavir on earth. She embodies everything, and we keep on talking about seva and seva. Seva is good, and it's not seva, it is seva. Okay? So that's first thing I want to, because seva and seva is different. Seva is one aspect of Taima, but whole thing is to do with her own self-development. And seva is just one aspect of it. It's developing yourself spiritually. And she, for me, represents what Mahavir Bhagwan would have been in my mind on earth for Gautam Swami, for all the Gandhars, for Chandan Bara, for all the other satis that he met and all the lay people he met. And I have spent a lot of time, and there have been moments where I've just sat in her presence. And if you've never met her, then you really, she's getting old, so I would really recommend that you visit India and you try, because it's very unlikely that she's going to now travel abroad. And you go and make an effort, because there is definitely something divine. You sit in her presence and you feel as if you are being bathed in purity. Literally everything, your sins have been melted, and you just feel like a new human being. So, there is a lot that has happened, but I'm just telling you that's what she represents for me. I've been fortunate enough to spend quite a bit of time with her in various aspects, various discussions. And one other aspect of her is that she is always joyful. There is never a moment where she is upset. The only time I saw her upset was when Shubhamji Maharaj left her heavenly, for heaven. She left us all behind. We were all upset, but she also felt. And with that, it has inspired her to build a diagnostic center in Rajgir. So, please make an effort. And the best thing you are doing is you are sending your children to learn these values, and never give up on that. Upon a ghani fere, we feel lazy, the weather is not good, we feel the cold, but literally there is something which we have inherited from her, which we are trying to pass to your children. Do not stop doing that. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely, even adults, but I'm talking about children are the future of tomorrow, and hopefully the children will ask the adults to come.
Thank you, Sandeep Bhai. As Sandeep Bhai says, it's a wonderful legacy, and we're going to continue with that. So one last bit, we are very privileged. We've got the chair of Virayat in UK, Naveen Bhai Sangrajka, here today. I would like to invite Naveen Bhai to say a few words, and then, as promised, we're going to sing Happy Birthday. So Naveen Bhai, please, if you want to come and say a few words.
Everyone. Hi, Mom. Means mother. There is nothing unselfish like selfless person in the world. The most selfless person in the world is mother. To us, Taima, or Virayatan, she is really our mother. And she is looked after. All of us are like a mother. And we really appreciate when Srila Maharaj came here and we started the school in 1996. It was the first chain school in London, in the UK. And I think a lot of people have benefited. At that time we were only about 8 trustees. And all our wives, we had to look for teachers to teach Chinese, and we didn't have many. And all our wives learned from Srila Maharaj what to teach every Friday. My wife is here as well. The main advantage which I had, I went to Virayatan in 1978, Rajgir, and I met Amadmuni and young Taima. And since then, I must say, I've been really blessed. And I've been very happy. I'm really thankful to Virayatan for giving us the life which we had, me and my family had. We will always appreciate. One thing I must say, all the children who have been to Chandanaji have the solid moral base. that I've experienced with my children. It doesn't matter wherever they are. I'm never worried about my children, what they will do. I always think they will never take a wrong step. And they have not. That is a very practical experience which I have. I'm really happy to announce it is Taima's 88th birthday, and I'll donate to Virayat and 8,800 pounds to be used according to Taima's research. And I think last I had, she wants to do something for children in Lachwar, which is the birthplace of Mohit. I think Taima has always been bold. She departed from traditional saints to normally stay in one place and just preach only. Taima just took the practical action of compassion in action. And I'm also fortunate that we, the company which is International Ayurvedic Care, we are connected to helping people with Ayurvedic problems. So every year, since last 32 years, we have a eye camp in our village in India, and more than 10,000 people have been operated free of charge. And also now we help people with retina detachment as well in India. And we are helped there by some organization as well. And so more and more people are coming to take advantage of that. You'll be surprised people don't have money to come to the camp. So we provide them transport and food as well for 3 or 4 days. And we are fortunate that this Swaminarayan mission help us to get the best doctors from Bombay and Ahmedabad to come to our town to just operate and help. So Virayat has been a really blessing for me, and I will never forget April 1978 when I went to Rajgir and met Acharyashree and our Bhumi as well. I was really fortunate. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Naveen Bhai has been with Virayat UK from the very beginning and is again a great example of compassion in action. So big round of applause to Naveen Bhai, who's been guiding us for such a long time. Now, as promised, we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Taima. We want everybody to sing really loudly so it can go all the way from here to India, right? So who's going to help me sing Happy Birthday? Come on, come forward, some of the children, come forward. What do you want to come?
Go on. Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taima. Happy birthday to you. Bye bye, bye bye, tum jiyo hazaron sal, ye meri arzu. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taima. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Acharyashree.
Happy birthday! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
In a short while, we'll make sure the children can take the cakes first. But a big round of applause to Varsha-ben and Anuja-ben for making wonderful cakes. They're all vegan cakes. Some of them have been made with almond milk, so if anybody has any allergies, please let us know. They're all vegan cakes, so really enjoy those cakes. Thank you to all of the parents and all of the children for also contributing to gratitude today. Really, really appreciate that. We're all living this compassion, we're all learning from it, so thank you very much. What I would like to do, I know we've overrun a little bit, so if I can ask some of the parents here to help with folding the chairs, they need to go into the 2 trolleys.